Hello. I think it's been like a month since I have posted a video, and we left at a little cliffhanger. There's a big light wave coming of energy, and the sun, as we know, has been a benevolent accelerator throughout this process, just helping us, ascend and shift and evolve. Even though it doesn't feel like that all of the time, it can be very uh, I don't know what word I'm looking for. Intense. It can feel intense. Um, but yeah, so I went through definitely a physical, emotional, mental like reset of sorts. And they really the message that was coming through. And I will share too, like I had power outage situations happening for the last 3 weeks. It was just like constantly off and on due to the high winds and being in a red flag fire zone. So um, I am safe. My heart goes out to anyone, who is impacted. And just, we've talked about that, just sending so much love. Um, and yeah, so the message was about allowing the light codes and just the upgrades and everything like that, just like allowing time for integration, just because it's a lot on our physical body and things are accelerating and happening so fast in this process, the shifts that are occurring, that there is also this message just to slow down. And that can be uncomfortable because, mentally we have a lot of programming around needing to do all of the time instead of just be. And so, stillness for some can be uncomfortable. I know it has been on my journey, having to, just give myself permission to relax and to be still. And now I am very good at it, we'll say. But hasn't always been the case. So that message was coming through, pretty strong. And we're just being reoriented back toward our multidimensional awareness. So we have shifts in perception that are happening. And I just wanted to share too this little drawing of my guide Patu that I drew in one of my days or times without power and disconnected from Wi-Fi and social media and all of that. It was nice to unplug. Um, but anyways, I don't know why that wanted to come through. I think somebody asked me before to describe Patu. Um, but yeah, so I'm going to just like make this part short and go over into what the channeled messages were from the other night. And there's a lot more I know that I'm forgetting and probably just new information that wants to come through because we're shifting again so quickly. But I will say that real quickly too, like you can feel sort of the forces, if you will, that are trying to slow down or prevent this process from occurring are weakening, which is really nice. And so, just sending everybody love and just to keep going, to keep going, stay strong in your life. All right, much love. Here we go. I'm well spent recording this right now. There will be more to come. And kind of like we're in the midst of a transition right now. Okay. A transition to the next sort of phase, or more so, not even a phase, a wave of ascension. There's a big wave of light that's coming in. We talked about this before, like right around the holidays, and then that came in January. I'm sure you guys felt it. We're in January now, of course, but for me, that was in the beginning, early on, and that was like a huge blast. When a huge wave of light hits us like that, like sometimes it will go to the places that are easy first and we can feel light. And then other times it goes deeper into the places that we resist light or love, um, perhaps is a better word. And so when it's deep in
our energy field or our physical body. Uh, that's where we can feel, uh, heavy and feel these different ascension symptoms. But let me see if they want to describe what this wave is. They're saying that there's going to be a twist. Um, and they are talking about that they're talking about like inner child. So healing fear, or how do I want to put it? Yeah, like more joy. This is a more joy vibe. So clearing fear, inner child trauma coming up to the surface just for, they're calling it an inspection to see like how far we've come. Okay, so like it's a sort of a measurable thing that we can observe and notice. Um, but there will be, and I've said this before, um, definitely over the next 6 months, maybe even before that, but just so many more people having new experiences, um, galactic experiences, contact, communication, that sort of thing. Um, Not necessarily in a way that's uh, like a government type connection, like in a way of personal experiences, channeling messages, but you may see some lights in the sky as well. Um, those who are open to it and meant to see it. And they're laughing, they're saying like even on a cloudy day, and it feels like there's some irony like in there, or a twist, just about having these cloaked ships, that are just out there, like right there. Okay, getting a message from the Lyran. Okay, they're just reminding that there's been a lot that's happening, or that has been happening in the sacral chakra, and they're just reminding, to connect timeline to another message, a previous message. So this spring, like around March, like the first week of March or early March, there's going to be a big shift, in consciousness, but also in sacral chakra, feeling a lot of the divine feminine, um, energy more balanced, hearing a new you. Anything else? They're laughing at me. They're telling me to quit watching the time because I'm like, I feel like this message is so long in my head. Um, but you know what? I channel slow Gale. But okay, tell them. Oh, okay. So there was a message that I missed. I don't want to say missed. I was reminded. Uh, I don't know. I think this was last week, but time is wonky. Um, but anyways, I didn't share it immediately, but it's about, this race called the Ivan. They're very ancient, very wise. They almost kind of look like a tortoise face, is the best way I can describe them. But they wear a hood, not reptilian or anything like that. Like just very like ancient and wise look. They have telemetric vision, so that essentially just kind of records everything that happens, almost like a computer, and we may have that to a sense as well, but maybe we aren't able to retrieve that information at will, like, perhaps the Ivan can. So anything that they observe, see, it's going to be kind of recorded for easy recall in the brain. I know they do listen, they listen and watch humanity, and they are coming to support us. And so they mentioned like some of you guys will have experiences before this, but they mentioned like 3 Earth years time, like coming to help and to assist. I don't know yet if that means like in a capacity, like landing or something like that, or just reaching out to more people. But they felt like it was important for some reason for that information to be shared. And they're going to go deeper into this. So a lot of this information that I'm sharing, like sort of um, in fragments, um, will be further detailed in my book, Galactic Origins, that will be out sometime. um, because I'm not focusing on time. So when it's ready, but hopefully this spring. Anything else? All right, that's it for now. I'm going to pop back on with some of these messages that have come through over the last month. Yeah, that's it. So there will be more to add to this tomorrow.